Oh, it is the elixir of the gods. This thing called coffee. It is the morning cryptos, and it is Mark Shepard, and I told you. What did I tell you? I told you. What did I tell you? I told you. Start the music, and I'll tell you what I told you. Okay? Go. All right, so what did I say? I said Bitcoin would make a retracement, and I was right. So here's the deal. Nothing goes up in a straight line, people. And right now, there's a lot of uncertainty, right, that's coming to the market. What's this new hard fork going to do? Is Bitcoin gold, worth owning Bitcoin to get? And how do you get the Bitcoin gold? And will you be able to use it? And evidently, most of the wallets are not set up to deal with Bitcoin gold. So, but you will get credited with it. You just won't be able to do anything with it. And so Bitcoin, and there's going to be a kind of, and all the exchanges and all the wallets, there's going to be kind of a period of time when it's a good idea not to do anything with your Bitcoin because they do not have replay protection on this new fork. And what that means is, in simplest layman's terms, from what I'm gathering from listening to dozens of different tech geniuses who confuse the hell out of me, what I'm getting is that there is a bit of code written in or not written in that the user has to kind of turn a switch somewhere so that they choose either gold or... see, this is the problem. Do you see what the problem is, people? What do you do? I've been listening to what I should do, and I still don't really kind of know, right? So that's called uncertainty, and then you add a little fear in there and a little doubt, and then you start seeing these red candles. Now, Bitcoin's gone way, way up, and it always adjusts, it always corrects. I don't think there's any problem long term with Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to continue to rise. But we kind of got to get through this fork. So I wanted to also weigh in with a couple of other things while I'm kind of giving this little PSA portion. The quantum token swap that occurred a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, I was curious to see if the Exodus wallet is yet supporting that, and it does not yet support it. So they're working on it. And if you still haven't swapped your token, there's a link here. So just go to Exodus and type in quantum ERC20 to mainnet token swap, and you can get that link. Or if I can actually remember something for more than a minute, I'll try to remember to put it below. But I often forget that stuff. So they have the whole thing on the quantum token swap on the Ethereum wallet. So up there on the Exodus wallet. Jeez, you can tell I just woke up, and then I don't know if it's a cold or allergies. I think it's allergies. I'm so congested I can hardly blink my eyes. All right, so I think Exodus is working on the quantum thing, but in the meantime, if you want to get your quantum off of Bittrex, because there's been some concerns about Bittrex as well, you can go to the quantum website and you can download their specific wallet, as far as I know, and put your quantum in there. And that's what I may do, because I have to do it anyway to hook up my Raspberry Pi, but I've been so absolutely slammed that I have not been able to do that. So that's all still stuff I'm working on. So I want to just bring that to you. And then I hit refresh. Bitcoin's at 57.15. And now here's the deal. You can trade headlines. The thing is with headlines, when the mainstream media like CNBC or CBS News says something, right, you have to think the opposite, right? So there's concern that this is a battle for the soul of Bitcoin. That's Forbes. No, it's just a hard fork. It's just some people who think they can do it better, but the reality is it's a scam and a scheme for them to make money. And it really, I don't think it's going to last. I think it's going to be pruned away by the market once people get their free coin and figure out how to dump it and buy more Bitcoin with it. I think that's what's going to happen. That's my totally unofficial day 86 evaluation. This is day 86 of my 90-day challenge to go deep into the rabbit hole of Bitcoin. And now we have a Saudi prince who says the price may implode. That's on CBS, right? But yet on CNBC, stock picker who predicted $5,000 Bitcoin says it's on track to top Apple's market cap. Okay, so now, do you see there's now a divergence of opinion in the mainstream media, right? So that's, to me, whenever you have divergence of opinion and uncertainty, then that's the fundamentals, right? And then let's look at the charts. For me, there were some people supposedly who just look at the technical analysis, and I think that's impossible because you'd have to live under a rock to not be tainted by what's going on in the media or online. So our thoughts and our beliefs change all the time. And that's my particular angle here with the Morning Cryptos, is that I'm a hypnotherapist. I've been practicing since 2003, and before that I studied energy healing, and I'm a musician, and so I see wave patterns and have a sense of the energy of a market from the chart, but then the fundamental stuff is really helpful as well. And I spent the day yesterday doing some work and listening to some of the documentaries that really fired me up in the first place to get involved and get invested in Bitcoin. So I highly recommend you do that as well. I just went to YouTube and I typed in Bitcoin and I just hit play. And documentary after documentary came through, and they're really well done. And it helps to ground me back into the real vision of Bitcoin and how far we've come, because a lot of the documentaries, they're talking about how crazy it was when the price got up to $250, right? And we've come a long way, and we're still moving, we're still going, and it's still expanding. So will it expand in a straight line? No, right? So just be aware when it dips, you buy, all right? And what I'm doing, and I'll say this, just in case you haven't been watching, I went back to my original process with Bitcoin, which is to buy $20 every day on Coinbase. I did just every day, $20. $20 comes out of my bank account and goes into Bitcoin. $20 every day. So on a day like today, I'll get a little more, right? On a big green day, I'll get less. If it really tanks, I'll get a lot more, right? So just doing that every day automatically keeps your emotions out of it. That's the main thing. We want to keep our emotions out. And the other piece is that it automatically protects you from chasing a running market, right? Because it's just going to buy you every day. And if you happen to buy $20 on a really up day and it rocks, well, you just made money. And then if it crashes, you buy more. So it's just, you don't have to think, right? And I think that's really the perfect strategy for a newbie. If you want to get in, just start with Bitcoin. And as you can swing it, add Litecoin and Ethereum, right? And to me, that's the place to start. So if you're a newbie, check it out. All right, so let's look at these charts. I'm going to try to do this faster than I've been doing it. And the 1 day and the 1 hour, just to see what's going on. And it looks like we're definitely working our way down with Bitcoin for the moment. So going to get me some today, and hopefully I'll get a little more. All right, let's just peek at Bitcoin Cash while we're here. And Bitcoin Cash is not doing anything, and I don't know if it ever will, right? And I don't know what to tell you about it. The miners like it sometimes. They keep switching back and forth between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, so we'll see. That pisses me off. Don't start me on a rant. Let's look at Dash. Digital Cash. And Dash looks like there's, of course, yes, I am on the one-day chart. A little life in there. Damn, I make good coffee. All right, so a little life in Dash. Still not a bad price, but it's looking a little bearish here, unless you want to look at, depending on what bottoms you look at. These bottoms are lower, right? But there's so many fundamentally good things about Dash, and it works so well, and they're improving it even better, and they have the ability to change it to a proof of stake coin if that is necessary. They have a unified team, right? And maybe that's a little too centralized for some people, but to get it going and to guide it in the right direction, I think it would be really nice. It would be really nice to have a coin that actually works. But there is support. We got plenty of support here in Dash, so I think it's actually probably still a good time to buy. I think it's going to make a run for 400 or 420, and but this is quiet time, and in the quiet time, what do, people? You buy. You find bargains, and then you wait. All right, Ethereum. We have a little boost in Ethereum. So I feel so justified because I bought some yesterday. And I bought some the day before. So the thing is, you want to not be afraid of these markets' volatility. That's my big thing. Volatility is your friend. But look at the price right here. If you look at this pattern, I don't need to draw a line. Today's price is smack dab again, right in the middle. It kind of keeps moving away from the middle a little bit and then coming back to the middle, passing it, and then coming back to the middle, right? So, but that's good. Look at that's a good solid candle up, man. So I think Ethereum might be getting ready. Yes. Look at that. There's some boostage. So, and it'd be interesting if there begins to be a relationship, an inverse relationship where Bitcoin goes down and Ethereum goes up. That would be cool because then you can swap out back and forth. Of course, it won't ever be that neat. Get a little larger. Look at this. So on the big picture with Ethereum, serious higher bottoms. Look at this, right? And we have these two massive tops, and then we have this little top. People, that looks like it's going to go. Doesn't it look like it's going to go? It actually looks like it's already going. It's been going, right? Just we're looking at it a little too closely. What if I pull this back? I'm curious about what the 1 month chart looks like. The 1 month chart. It doesn't look that bad, does it? On the 1 month chart. It's like, oh, Ethereum just like boosted massively. So anything that we're thinking is Ethereum doing nothing is our own perception, right? So you got to be aware of our own perception and how we perceive the market when we're too close to it. I heard a trader give really good advice. What did he say? He said something to the effect of, you could either buy Bitcoin and then not look at the markets at all for about a year. just buy some Bitcoin and like go away and don't look at it, right? And I think if I had just done that, I would probably be better off than all the other stuff I did. But I learned a lot from all the other stuff I did. And I'll be talking about that when I get my act together to do a retrospective of this 13-week odyssey that I've been on, that I can't wait to look back at. I'll probably cringe at some of those earlier videos, but I'm going to look back at them and we'll see what We'll see what I've learned. So I attempted to trade. I think I'm not sure whether I'm a trader or an investor yet, and sometimes it's helpful to know that, right? So let's take a peek at IOTA. There's a little boost there. The altcoins might be stirring, people. We got a little boost in Litecoin. See what's going on with Litecoin. Litecoin. It's not that big a boost, but I still think we're going to do a run for 100. We're going to do a run for 100. So we got some good energy in the market today. Look at that, baby. Look at her go. Look at her go. Go Litecoin. Woohoo! All right. And look at Neo. Neo's doing something. I won't repeat what I've been saying every day for the last 3 weeks. Don't know anything about Neo. I should learn about it. Learned about a bunch of other things, but somehow Neo never comes across my mind except right now in the morning cryptos. The rest of the day, I just don't even think about it. Okay, so OMG, Omise Go. I got some of that, and it looks like it wants to go up. That would be nice. It's got fabulous support, as we have said the other day. And let's see, same deal. We're getting a little lively over here on Monero. So this was kind of what we thought would happen. Bitcoin would kind of like come to a little bit of a pause, and Ethereum and the altcoins are going to start doing something. We'll see. All right. So that's, let me go over to Bittrex and just check into Civic. Got a little boost in Civic against Ether. Some green is nice to see there. And let's look at Quantum against Ethereum. It looks like there's some life, but it is still fairly not doing much. All right, so that's it for the morning cryptos. And just remember, when the mainstream media says, oh, new high, new high, new high, new high, that's kind of like a buy signal, right? And when they all go, oh, it's crashing, it's crashing, it's crashing, it's crashing, that's, wait, no, when they say it's higher, when they say it's a new high, it's a sell signal. Sorry. If the mainstream media is going on and on about how much Bitcoin has gone up, that is time to sell. When they start talking about Bitcoin crashing and, oh, is it a bubble? Is it a bubble? It's crashing, it's crashing, it's crashing. It's so volatile, that's the time to buy, all right? But if the mainstream media is like, one person's going, yes, it's going to 10,000, the next person goes, oh, that's garbage. Then notice that it may be confused, right? So, as Earl Nightingale said, and I'll repeat because I think it was like one of the most brilliant things ever said by anybody, anywhere. If you don't know what to do, look at the crowd and then do the opposite. So I hope today you look at the crowd and do the opposite if you can figure out what the crowd's doing, because I think maybe the crowd might not know what they're doing. But then again, so far my experience has been, it's really almost 180 days since I've gotten deep into this. And the thing I've noticed is that when you buy Bitcoin, just keep buying it and holding it, and you will do fine, right? Buy and hold Ethereum, buy and hold Litecoin. You are going to be fine. Then take a certain smaller percentage of all the stuff you're doing and check out the altcoins which make the most sense for you, that seem to have the most promise for offering useful things that millions upon millions of dollars will find their way into, right? And then just hold, right? Buy low, sell high, people. And then when there's discrepancies, then you make some decisions and take some profits, right? So that's it for today. Hopefully you can just allow that to sink into your unconscious mind so that you become a brilliant and successful and prosperous trader or investor or student of the School of Bitcoin. So, thank you so much. This has been day 86, and it is October 24th, and this has been the Morning Cryptos. If you like what I do, and I appreciate it if you do, if you could just give me a thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment below and tell me what you want to hear more about for me, and to realize that this is what I do first thing in the morning. I roll out of bed, make my coffee, and come here and do this. And I have a bunch of other videos planned that I think will help you navigate the crazy and often changing world of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin galaxy. So let this be the Crypto Cranker's guide to the Bitcoin galaxy of greed and grooviness and the hypnosis of money. So that's it. My name is Mark Shepard. I'm out of here. Start the music now.